So this big picture video is all about adding fractions. So we're going to talk about estimating the addition and then just actually doing the exact addition. So when you're estimating fractions, you need to compare the numerator and denominator. So let's say you have the fraction 1/5. Well, if you compare the numerator and denominator, the 1 is much closer to 0 than it is to 5. So then we would just estimate this one as 0 for addition. If we have a fraction, say 4/5, well, the 4 is very close to the 5, so that's actually pretty close to 1, so we will estimate that as 1. And that's what the squiggles mean, is it's about equal to. Let's say you have something like 2/5 or 3/5. In both of these cases, the numerator is about half of the denominator. 2 is about half of 5, and 3 is about half of 5. So both of these could be estimated as about 1/2. So how does this apply to fraction addition? Well, let's say you were going to do 1/5 plus 3/5, and you wanted to estimate that. Well, the 1/5 you could estimate as 0. The 3/5 you could estimate as 1/2. So that would be equal to 1/2. So your estimate would be 1/2. Is that exactly what it equals? No, but at least it gives you a rough idea. And so this is just a mental math technique that can be used for just kind of like on-the-spot estimate before you actually do the calculation. Now, if you actually do the calculation, 1/5, 3/5, you add the numerators, which is 4, and then the denominator is still fifths, so it's 4/5. So is 1/2 equal to 4/5? No, but is it really that far apart? Well, you could make the argument because 4/5 is kind of close to 1, but for just a rough estimate, this can be useful for getting an idea if your answer is close to right. So let's say you're doing a fraction addition problem and your estimate was 4.5, but then when you did the calculation you got 4/5. If you're comparing those, that's pretty far apart, so that tells you there might be a problem with your calculation. So that's why we do estimates first. Now the rest of this lesson we'll talk about adding with common denominators and adding with uncommon denominators, which is a case like 1/3 plus 1/4. And in that case you need to find a common denominator of 12, and then you can go ahead and add. So that's the big picture video for this lesson.